Hey everybody, welcome back. As you can see, the 32 Chrysler Imperial is here on the bench. I've been working on it. I told Heather, she was out here with me, I said, I'm so sick of this thing. I said, I'm getting burnt out on it. And she said, well, put it off to the side. And the reason I say I'm burnt out on it is because there is so much cleanup. That's all I've done. Other than the engine parts that are painted up here, I've painted nothing. I did make the one hood, did get that where it's open. But I mean, just hours of trimming, fitting, and then it's like, I did paint the chassis. But oh my gosh, it is so, what a task. So I gotta take a break from this thing. I'm not gonna take it off the bench. I'm not gonna put it in the box, I don't think. Just depends on how I feel. But instead of that, I'm going to do something that I've never seen anybody do before. Get this tripod over here. I'm gonna do something I've never seen anybody do before. And it's build a Europe model kit. I've never seen one. I mean, I haven't looked on YouTube. I have looked on YouTube for them, but I don't know if anybody built one or not. But I'm going to build this sucker. Small, it's a 32nd scale. It's super nice, and I'm about to open it and show you. I've opened these before, but I figured if I'm going to jump into this thing, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, don't want to squash that. So honestly, it makes me feel bad to say I'm burnt out on a kit, because it's supposed to be fun, and when you get burnt out, oh gosh, it makes it where you don't even really want to work on it. I mean, that's what I've been battling, is like, I know if I come in here, I've just basically, there's not a lot of gratification so far, because you just are cleaning parts, and I'm not done. I mean, there's tons of other parts that still have to be cleaned. But anyway, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna step away from that one for a little bit. So I'm gonna try this, and every one of these that I have are brand new. They've never been opened. I might, honestly though, there's probably one. I've got 5 more on the shelf like this, and I think I did actually open the bags on one, but I'm not going to go through and figure out which one it was. But this thing is like just super nice, and I can't read French, and all the instructions are in French, but I'm pretty sure I can just, they do have the number system is the same. That almost looks like one of those Mack trucks before it's all put together. But like I said, I can't read French, but I can read numbers and figure that out. So I don't think there'll be a big problem. And this is a fancy little car. I say little because it's the scale is little, but it probably wasn't such a little car at all. It was very plush and fancy looking, so I think that'll be fun. I've been collecting these things, and kind of the unfortunate part for me of having so many model kits is like, what do you want to build? And I catch myself doing this sometimes, all the time, every time. It's like I'll look at a Fujimi, one of those enthusiast kits, and I'm like, man, those are nice, but gosh, they got a lot of parts. And I battle with time, so having something like that, which they are very nice, and I want to build one soon, but I figured I would just do something like this. It's small, it seems to be well made, and it's cool. They have these copper staples that they stapled them with back in like the mid 60s. I mean, this has been in there since then. This is cool as heck. They're made in France. And it's a Panhard, so I guess that's a French car anyway. So let me open this up. I remember when I opened one of these before that I made the comment of like seems that they wasted so much plastic on the size of the sprue. The sprue is just gigantic. But these things look so nice. Oh, there's a little piece of something. I got it. It's just a piece of flash, which I don't really see any flash. But you see the size of that sprue? It's massive. Maybe that's why they couldn't stay in business, because they ran out. They lost their profit on wasted plastic. But I think that this is going to be very cool. 1905. This looks like there's no engine. This is the bottom of the chassis, but they're just so clean. Amazing, honestly. Just an amazing looking little kit. Chain drive. The wheels and tires are made together, which that won't be a problem at all. I think I'll paint the tires, and then I'll mask, or I don't know. How will I do that? Probably hand paint the wheels. So I don't know. We'll see. Probably, but I'll paint the wheels, the tires black, and then I'll go in there and probably put them in a drill and hold the paintbrush and paint the outside, and then paint the spokes with paintbrush, because it would be a booger to try and mask that off. Even with the liquid mask, that would be a problem. Again, big giant sprue. It's the underside of the roof. There's the top side. On the roof, it's got these little pins here, because this like luggage thing here goes on top of the roof, as you can see. As you can see there, which is weird because there's like this, there's like this hook on it, and it didn't make any sense. But when you look at the instructions, there's the roof, and it's got a sunroof. Are you kidding me? I didn't even pay attention to that. I wonder if that's the world's first sunroof in a car. Be interesting to know. And then there's another little bag here. Yeah, I don't like feeling this way. I don't like feeling dreadful to like say, oh, I'm gonna go in there and work on that darn thing. So we'll see. I think this will get my spirits back up. Not that I'm down in the dumps. It ain't that. Little seats, buttons, and all that fancy stuff. Those will look good with some leather or something like that. It's just so clean. Little headlights and all, it's just so clean. I don't even really see a parting line on the parts. It's amazing. Those molds were, well, they probably were brand new. I'd like to know what happened to them. Here's the glass. I won't open it yet, but it does have lenses for the little lights and all that stuff. Some of like the Revell Highway Pioneers, they wouldn't have lenses. So what I would do in that case, I would paint the inside of the light fixture silver or chrome, and then take clear resin and pour it in there and let that resin harden. The kind of resin that you mix two parts, and it looks like a lens. Yeah, I think this is going to look nice. And I do see flash there on the gear shifters. But there's not much at all. Here's like some, looks like it goes through the tires. It's like the bolt, or the, is that what that is? I think that is, but you see on the wheels here, it looks like maybe that's, what is that? See if I can find it on the instructions real fast. Yeah, that's what it is. See it right there? So that goes inside. One thing I do notice is they're not centered. See, it's off a little bit. But, oh well. They're just going to be off a little bit because, pull this tire off. Oh, you can that has to be trimmed anyway. It's too big. So it fits in the, okay, well, no, it still will be off. I'll figure it out. Yeah, that's weird looking, but that's no problem. Maybe there's another piece that goes over that. I don't think there is, but anyway, that's the plan. Get started on this thing, get it glued together and painted, or painted and glued together, and then depending on how I feel, I might get back on this. I know me and my friend Billy Bear, he's also starting one too, so I can't just abandon it, but I gotta have a break. All right, one quick thing for as MCV Products goes. Got some new stuff. Oh, I forgot about these. I'll show you these too. Got some new wheels. I think these are called sweeps or something like that. Those are really nice. They're single piece. They don't have a, I've got these glued together. Those are, I think they're called sweeps. I think these are called Hillbrooks. It's got, obviously front and rear is the different offset. The diameter of the wheel is the same, but then you have a more narrow one for the front. And then these are brake drums. Like, you couldn't tell that. I've pulled some off because I was taking pictures of them to put them on the website. But these vented brake drums, and it has the back side that goes in there. It also has little center caps for the, I don't know if you want to use those or not, but little center caps. But yeah, they're just vented brake drums, and you could just cut the lug nuts or the lug bolts off and glue them to the back of a wheel or whatever. And then also, I just finished this up. I was just seeing how it fit, but it's a 1/25th scale Elephant engine. Not to be mistaken with an elephant, although that is an elephant. It's a Elephant. I think it came in the Demon, if I'm not mistaken. It's got a Tremec transmission. It's got 2 sets of headers. I don't have the other headers here, but it's got some smaller or shorter headers that dump about right top of my thumb, and then it's got these, but these hug the block really nice, and it seems to fit really nice inside a 1/25th scale. This is a what's that thing? Cornet. But now watch it not go in there. But it goes in the headers. I don't have the chassis, but the headers don't seem to have any problem clearing down in there. And that would look mean. I'm not into the modern engines in old cars, but that is a good looking engine. And it comes with a separate breather. This is a test print, so I had some failures. I fixed all those on a couple of pulleys, but the pulleys, it's very detailed. The transmission was not made for this engine. This engine did not have a transmission, but I was able to locate one and use it is for I think it's for a Hellcat engine, so I think it's pretty well the same thing. But anyway, it's a Tremec T60 something. Don't know, something like that. It's a Tremec. I think like it's really going to shift anyway. Anyway, yeah, that's just an update. God, it sounds like a depressing video. Honestly, it's like I got myself depressed. But this sucker is gonna have to wait a little bit. I've got to get my mojo back. Kind of tough to have time for mojo, but when I do come out here and work on something, I want it to be fun. And if I leave it right here in my way, I'll still pick it up and work on it, keep sanding, keep filing, keep cutting, keep trimming. And but in the meantime, I'm going to work on the 1905 Panhard tonneau. So is like a tonneau cover? Is that French? Is that a French word? Probably is. And I think it says tonneau. Like, I think as a kid, I would say like how would I say it? I would not pronounce it properly. Turno cover or something like that's what I would call it as a kid. When a guy would have a cover over the back bed of his truck. Turno cover. I don't think that's how it's pronounced. I think it's tonneau. And Roy des Belges. And in French, that means something. I'm not sure though, but I'm gonna get started on this thing and have fun. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for supporting me in this channel with the thumbs up and the subscriptions and the great comments. And for you 3 or 4 guys that always give me the thumbs down, thank you. I appreciate it. At least you're watching them. I guess maybe you're not watching them. Maybe you click on it just to give the thumbs down, but that's okay. I appreciate you anyway. Keep it up, man. Guys, thanks for everything. Thanks for supporting MCV Products too. I appreciate it. And if you're interested, go get yourself one of those engines or a set of wheels. Got several new sets of wheels on there. And working hard to try and keep that thing new and fresh. And yeah, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. You take care, and we'll see you soon, because I'm going to have some parts glued together. All right, guys, take care. Bye.